Let me summarize the comments of LNTA officials, private sector enterprise owners, education providers, and the international donor community. Despite healthy tourism growth figures in recent years, officials of the LAO National Tourism Administration recognize that the greatest handicap for further industry growth is the lack of qualified staff and managers in the nation's tourism enterprises and a general lack of service quality. This seriously impacts on the country's ability to compete and provide a standard of service that is compatible with the discerning tastes of international visitors to the country. Owners and managers of tourism enterprises such as travel agencies and hotels echo the need for improved human resources and look to the government for leadership. These organizations, because of their limited size, often do not possess the technical know-how and financial resources necessary to invest in their human resources. For enterprises operating in less developed parts of the country, the challenges are even more pronounced. One solution is to establish distance learning opportunities that can reach the most rural of communities. The education sector also recognizes the systemic weaknesses of the current standards both in terms of curricula and teaching facilities. Teachers in the LAO PDR hospitality and tourism schools often lack practical work experience in the industry. Many of them come to tourism from different academic disciplines and lack an understanding of the underpinning theories of hospitality and tourism. Combining the practical with the theoretical is essential. The National Hospitality and Tourism curricula require re-engineering to better reflect industry employment needs. LAO PDR also needs improved facilities that incorporate international best practice in hospitality and tourism, education, and training. The international donor community recognizes the potential of tourism to provide economic and social outcomes and impacts at the micro, meso, and macro levels. However, much more can be done to further social inclusion and empower communities, particularly women, ethnic minorities, and rural populace. In the future, education and training opportunities must also reach these lesser privileged elements of society, and donors must develop greater synergies among themselves and the various stakeholders to enhance the effectiveness of their development projects and programs. There are many additional cross-cutting issues that deserve comment if LAO PDR is truly to emerge as a sustainable international competitive tourism destination. Tourism is an industry that relies to a great extent on successful human contact between the visitor and the host community. Comfortably communicating with tourists in English and other foreign languages is a critical success factor and requires significant improvement in LAO PDR. It is often said that tourism is everybody's business. What this means is that in order for tourism to flourish, every man, woman, and child in a destination must have an appreciation of the importance of tourism to their livelihoods and the nuances of the host-guest relationship. This can only be done through community awareness campaigns that help create an understanding and appreciation of tourism among all people of a nation. We asked language professionals, tourists, and industry experts to share their view on some of these cross-cutting issues related to tourism. Here is what they have to say.
Okay, this is a wonderful opportunity to have a chance to talk about tourism in the LAO PDR. Tourism is a very, very important industry, and it's going to create a lot of jobs for LAO people. Working in the tourism industry, very important to learn language. My job is director of Vientiane College, and I've been helping LAO people learn English for a long time. I know it's not always easy, but I know how many opportunities people have when they can speak languages, when they can greet people, when they can promote their country and so on. It's really, really important. This is a vital industry, and people who can use language have great opportunity in that industry.
Well, it's very important. And you cannot be in the business if you don't have some English skills, and of course the better the English skill, then the more advancement you're going to get.
Along with language, I think it's very important to learn thinking skills, to learn problem solving, to learn how to react to people, to notice things, very important, I think. And you need to think that the people who come to visit the country come from different backgrounds, different cultures. How do we deal with that? How do we talk to people? And very, very importantly, I think, when Lao people are promoting their own country, it's very important they are confident, it's very important they are proud of their own country so that they can welcome people from other countries.
Training staff, I think training is being broken down into two areas. One is the training skill, and one is the language skill. The training skill, that can be easily taught. They can be taught over training, say, over 1 or 2 or 3 months, right? But the English speaking, to communicate with the guests, that is a very, very difficult training part. It's an ongoing training, and you don't do it now, it's going to be very, very difficult. But you get staff that's qualified in terms of service, right? But they haven't got the speaking skill to communicate with the guests.
If we ask people, visitors to any country, we ask them, what do you want, what do you need? I think they will tell you they need people to communicate with them. If they have any problems, they want to go somewhere, they want to know what's a good restaurant, they want to know what are the places to see. They need to ask someone, and they really appreciate it when you can help them, when you can give them information. Now for that, we need staff. The tourist industry needs staff who can communicate, who can give information, who can help guests solve problems.
When I go on vacation, I'm looking for a cultural, authentic experience, but I also want the service to be there, and language has to be part of that. I have to be comfortable with the staff, and especially if there's an emergency.
If I'm going to conduct business in a foreign country, the service staff, the hotel staff, they must speak English.
English language is the key. It's the key to developing the country, I think. It's very, very important for people working with people from other countries. If you want to have the opportunity, if you want to work in the service industry, if you want to work in tourism, English language is very important.
English. It's English. Training skill is the easy part. It's easy part. That can be taught very, very easy. Everyone can pick it up quite easily. But the English part is the most difficult part.
People who know more feel more powerful. People who know more feel more confident. People who know more can do more. And I think that's something that we're looking forward to very much, is how tourism is going to develop the skills and knowledge of Lao people and make them be able to more proudly work and have a good life and love their country and present their country as well. Thank you. It's possible, it will happen. It's going to be a great thing for the future of this country.
Service is everybody's job, from the person doing the washing up or sweeping floors to the person cleaning the street. It doesn't matter. Your service experience arrives when you arrive on the aeroplane with the people, the luggage, with the people in immigration, with the people in customs, with your experiences with taxi drivers, the police. It goes right the way. It's not only about what's known as the superstructure, the hotels, the restaurants, etc. It's about the whole of the country. It's your experience visiting another nation.